Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Dermanuelian.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tour Power Hour. I'll be your host this evening, your steward, man driving, making Dustin laugh in the background. I am Jason Bird, and that is Dustin Hassan. Dustin,
You always put a smile
beard,
on my face, Bird.
that beard is luxurious, my friend.
It is. Listen, I'm giving Casey Graham a run for his money.
How much beard oil does that thing take?
I'm up to like 7 drops now.
Oh my God. Oh, well, speaking of beards and Casey, let's bring him in.
Hey,
Casey, how you doing?
We're on the 10 drop, Dustin. So you got a little bit of ways to go.
Yeah,
I got a couple drops for the hair too that needs to go.
I do see Casey's got his new shorter hair going. I see that you cut it off for a good cause, you know. So
Yeah.
I dig it.
Over the Christmas break and the New Year's, we decided to donate 14 inches for Kids for Wigs. So
It's great.
we did it.
Perfect.
Good job.
But
Good
glad
job.
to be back now.
Yeah.
Sweet. So did you guys have fun at Monster Day?
Hell
We
yeah.
missed you, Bird. We missed you.
That's all right.
It was great though.
The field sold out without me. It's fine.
It was a full field, right? I think 138 golfers.
I mean, we didn't have any carts in the golf barn.
It was great. It was great. I the only thing that would have made it better was if it was about 30 degrees colder and
you wanted it to be colder.
the wind blowing. I want.
You didn't like the Southern California weather.
I mean, that might have been the nicest Monster Day we've ever had.
Yeah, the sun was shining. I mean, it was low 70s.
Early.
It was great. It was a great day. But that's
Perfect
typically
storm.
when you think Monster Day, you want it to be the wind howling. You want it to be 40 degrees. Maybe even wet. There have been Monster Days where it was cold, windy,
The first one I
wet.
played was just disgusting. Yeah.
Disgusting is right. I mean, and that's when I think Monster Day, that's what I think of. I mean, it was still, listen, don't get me wrong, it was still a great tournament. And it's always good to play when the weather's a little bit better, I guess.
Well, I know someone who was excited to be at Mission Del Lago, excited to welcome in some golfers and finally launch this brand. So without further ado, we'll bring the man of the hour, Travis Salkowski.
Hey, what's up? Good evening, guys. Happy Tuesday. Here we are on another Power Hour. It is January the 10th, 2023. I mean, how cool is that? Jason, Dustin, Casey, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Fabulous.
Cheers.
There's a golf ball in that mug.
There's a golf ball in that glass. That's fantastic. I love it. I've never seen
an actual golf ball. It's not even just like a replica bullcrap.
Yes, to answer
We don't fake it here, Bird.
To answer your
Nice.
question, Jason Bird, yes, so excited to have South Texas Amateur Golf Tour event number 1 officially in the books. And if I'm being completely honest, it was so nice to have a loudspeaker back in my hand. It's the off season for me as well. So it takes me a minute to get going. How does Golf Genius setup work? The PA system, all of that good fun stuff. And it was a full field. There were 136 golfers there. Jason, do you have a picture of the cart staging area at setup? I mean, it was packed. I mean, it was crazy. It was awesome. It was wall to wall.
I mean, we were 3 deep on the range.
I mean, it was every cart that Mission had, plus a couple more from Riverside being under construction, plus a couple teams agreed to walk from the waiting list, so we were able to get them in as well. And it was the largest shotgun start in tour history. And what an amazing way to kick off the 2023 South Texas Amateur Golf Tour Alamo City Golf Trail Division. And who doesn't love Monster Day? I mean, Monster Day is a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of two-person scramble. It's a little bit of, hey, let's have fun. Let's get back. It's
a welcoming back. It's a reintroduction to everybody you played with the previous year. How was your holidays? How was your New Year's? And then it's like, yeah, this is a golf tournament too.
Exactly right. So and that's what I thought the vibe was so neat this year, because it was like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, shut up now. I need to make this birdie.
Yeah.
And it felt like that roller coaster of emotions the whole way. And Mission Del Lago course conditions, I thought were really, really good. They were really above average.
It was awesome.
Clint and his team at Mission Del Lago did a fabulous job. Ray in the Rockin' G Grill was hopping all day. I mean, it was just a rock star way to kick off the 2023 tour season. And launch our new brand and get the logo out there a little bit. We got a lot of feedback on the towels. There was a little tea gift on the golf carts for every golfer that played. We wanted the logo to get out there. And it was our first time having merchandise for sale, which I thought was really cool. More on that later. But yeah, Monster Day. The one thing I didn't do at Monster Day was play. How were those hole locations, guys?
You know what?
Monstrous.
That, you know, you put them in a couple of the same spots, right? There are two of those difficult hole locations I can think of on a couple of those holes, like 6. You know, you kind of put it down at that bottom part there in the front, or just over that front left trap. But it was in a new place this year. It was like back left.
Back left on
and
that little side slide.
That was treacherous. So kind of seeing things like that, I thought was really cool.
That hole is big. Number
into
6
the wind.
Yeah, and you don't think about number 1 being crazy hard, and you don't think about number 6 being difficult. But man, they were hard. I'm curious for Jason's Stat Central segment, where we see some of those hole difficulties later on in the show. But I thought
number 4 was playing really difficult right back into the wind.
I personally, on my laps around the golf course, thought number 4 was the most difficult. That was my opinion, but I had a lot of feedback on 14. I had a lot of feedback on 6, Dustin, like you mentioned, and Ruben's comment on 13.
Yeah, 13.
I thought 13
was, I think that was the hardest for us.
I've never cut it there. Never cut the whole location there.
Where was it on 13?
Back into a stiff breeze.
So Jason Bird wasn't there. Jason's recovering or in recovery from an ankle injury. How do you want us to say that? Are you?
I just got cleared to play golf from my surgeon today, so I actually played 9 holes today. I was pretty excited.
Okay, well that's huge news. Jason Bird back in action. Will you be in the 666 coming up?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, not competitive golf. Maybe Northern Hills.
No, let's say I just played 9 holes and lost 15 golf balls. So give me some time.
But so I'm 13. Hole number 13 was in the front left corner, and for those of you that know me, I'm out there setting up the golf course Saturday morning. I'm out there by myself. I've got the headphones on. It's like the first time setting up a golf course in 2 months, and I'm having a good time. It's Monster Day. I'm being just a little silly. maybe singing out loud. And I walk across number 13 green. And number 13 green at Mission Del Lago is the most vanilla green on the property.
Yeah, it's like super flat. That's why I was curious.
Where do you put it? Historically, I try to put it like front center, right over the bunker. The bunker is the only thing that guards that green, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking across the green, and I got to the front left corner, and I remember laughing out loud because I went, "Oh, this is going to be great." And there's a little depression on that front left corner, kind of similar to like the crater hole at the mini golf course, where if you just touch the hole, it's gonna do its thing, but then go in. And that's maybe what I thought was gonna happen there, but that was not the case. It if you missed right, it carved to the left, and if you missed left, it carved to the right, and it turned out to be a really cool hole location. Casey, Dustin,
we happened to. So I was playing with Ben Carricker and Alex Ortucci, and we happened to. Alex rolled in a hell of a putt on number 6 for birdie, great birdie, and did the same thing on 13. So those two difficult holes, those guys went birdie on. I mean, made it look easy, but they were tough. I mean, it was great. Yeah.
No, Carnes and I actually bogeyed 6, so I mean, it got us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Lots of doubles. I only heard 1 4-putt on number 4. I think only 1 4-putt. Number 4 was playing long. 6 was playing long. 1 was playing long. 13 was a crazy hole location. What other hole locations?
8 was interesting. I thought you were going to put that one in the bottom right, so the whole thing was carry on water, but it was right above the bunker.
Yeah, right over the.
Well,
that was the easiest hole at Monster Day.
Hole number 8 was the easy.
That left.
Yes.
I mean, that's a scary looking putt, right? You pull that and you miss it left of that pin, and you see. I mean, down. I think that's down grain, downhill.
Bailey, and you make a 50-footer.
Yeah. Full disclosure here. Full disclosure. Hole number 8 was Clint's 1 request. That bunker is brand new. They redid that bunker, moved it closer to the green, and that was Clint's 1 request, right over the bunker on number 8.
Yeah, if I'm being super technical, it was actually in the wrong spot. If you go and look at right there, the paint was literally fringe, kind of like number 9, but I don't know. Maybe it was only like 6 feet off, but yeah,
it was
the
easiest hole for the full field.
I never would have guessed that. I would have guessed number 11. I would have guessed number 11.
Wow.
Correct. You're right. It is the easiest non-par 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're getting another layer in.
Yes.
Another layer in.
Sorry, I just pulled up the data and just saw 3.1 stroke average for the full field and thought, well, it's only 0.1 over par, and didn't even look at the par 5s.
Scott Williams said that it was easy this year. So we've got
Which one was easy?
He just said everything. He said everything was easy.
Who said that?
Scott Williams. So we're gonna have to do better next time.
Cut his handicap for Kohler. Chop it.
Yeah,
right.
Chopping his Kohler handicap for sure.
All right, he's a scratch golfer now.
Easy. Okay, handicap coming down.
But yes, so I mean that's an interesting comment, Scott Williams, that it was easier. There were more scores under par this year than there were last year. Yes. The greens maybe were a touch slower, not sure. Probably about the same.
The weather was just so much better, I mean, the weather was.
And then the wind laid down. Then the wind laid down around lunchtime, and everyone's back 9, wherever that was on the golf course. Their second 9 was a lot less windy than in the morning. But yeah, you're exactly right. We've had some nasty weather days, but it was beautiful. It was a Chamber of Commerce day. 70 degrees, sunny, a little breeze, and a full field at Monster Day. It was just awesome. And then we'll get into Monster Day recap here. We've got flight winners and scoreboards to talk about and all that good stuff. But the big news is that after Monster Day was over, the 666 spring event number 2 immediately sold out. So The 666 at Olmos Basin, coming up in 2 Sundays from now, is already sold out. Email info@stxamtour.golf to be added to the wait list. I'm sure Jason.
That wait list is massive right now.
I'm sure Jason's going to have that email scrolling across the bottom of the screen here momentarily.
When you send that text about it being sold out, I thought you were kidding because I had literally signed up maybe a day before that. So
no, I happened to be on my. This is funny. I happened to be on my lunch hour, and I was like messing around in the payment processor, and I'm scrolling. And I'm like, that's a lot of 666. Hold on a second. Export counted. I was like, that's 50. Holy crap! I have 50. I have
Jason,
50 of these, and I got 16 employee teams. I was like, that's 66. I only have 5.5 hours of daylight.
Jason calls me and he's like, "Hey, I know you're at work, bud, but the 666 sold out. We've got 6.5 hours of tee times right now. We're already fighting daylight. So email info@stxamtour.golf to be added to the wait list for the 666. And you know what? Even though Jason said the wait list is huge already, send that email, get your name on the waiting list. There were 13 changes for Monster Day. There were 13 drop ads and partner changes and singles coming in and all sorts of stuff happening between the first notice to players and the second notice to players. So don't think just because you're 10th on the waiting list that you aren't going to get in. There is always a chance at the last minute in real time there that there's going to be room for somebody on the waiting list. So always send it. And then I guess that leads to frickin' A, don't wait. If you want to play, sign up. They're going to sell out. We've sold out all of 2022. We sold out 3/4 of 2021. And now we're here in 2023 and events are selling out 15 days in advance rather than the week of. So don't delay. I know I'm speaking to everybody here, including tour regulars, tour new customers, ACGT employees, diehard members, and ambassadors. Don't wait. There's not a lot we can do in this spring season to expand the fields, right? We battle daylight all over the place. Sun sets at 5:42 on January 22nd. And then we have a Northern Hills stroke play coming up. And then we have the San Pedro match play coming up, which is capped at 64 golfers. So if you see something that you want to play in,
I would love to put a stopwatch on when we release that to when it's sold out.
Well.
Less than 7 days.
For the
less than 7 days?
Absolutely. Less than 7 days.
I'm going to take the over.
Okay. We'll do 7 days. Just run it live right off the podcast, and then we'll start
it's live right now.
What?
I think it's live right now. I think
that was going to be the big teaser at the end of the show. It's okay.
I just looked. It's sold out. Wow, Casey.
Here
we
go. Yeah.
7 minutes.
Damn, it's sold out already.
7 minutes.
Well, I mean, shit. Let's talk about that. Monster Day is in the books. We're going to recap that tonight. The 666 is sold out. We'll talk about that just a little bit later on in the show. Northern Hills Spring Event 3, February 4th. The first individual event is open for registration. And then the big news on the podcast tonight and in the newsletter tomorrow is that the San Pedro match play double elimination will open for registration. It is open. It is open right now. There's already been a sign up. So don't delay. There's only 63 spots left. He's watching the show tonight, and he guessed, and he was there. It's Greg Keogh. Greg Keogh is number 1 in the San Pedro match play.
He beat Brad Gilbert. It's usually Brad Gilbert number 1.
Usually Brad Gilbert is number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Greg Keogh watching live right now. Greg Keogh, what was your favorite hole location from Monster Day at Mission? Dramatic.
Now we got to wait for the 25-second Facebook lag so he actually hears us, and then he can answer.
It's okay. He'll get there. But I'd love to do that. I wish we could do Facebook polls on the South Texas Am Tour page. I would love to do a poll on what everybody's favorite hole location was. So Greg Keogh's favorite hole location is 13. I love it. It was brutal.
Oh, and then the other thing we need to mention, match play, is the one event where everybody has to sign up online.
Correct.
Yes, that is correct. And that is on the website. It says that even ACGT employees and diehard members need to register online for this event because we don't know how many rounds you're going to play, right?
Yes.
We don't know that, and we need to cover all the rounds. So this is the one event on the calendar season that everybody signs up online for and everybody pays regular price for. And Dustin, it's your favorite event. Tell us why you like the San Pedro Par 3 match play.
Because I let him beat me.
Oh,
I think you were one up on me with 3 to play, and I won 2 of the last 3. But I don't know. Something about being out there at San Pedro. It's a completely different atmosphere, that tournament, right? I mean, it's a lot of fun under the canopy. I mean, people are bullshitting, and then all of a sudden, match 3, Keogh and Hassan report to number 1. It's just that constant rotation. I love it. I think it's great, and
I'll follow up on that. I agree completely that it's so different. It's just so fun to operate. It's my favorite event because it's different and it's fun to operate, and it's just this organized chaos. And the match play bracket is so huge. I mean, there's 254 rounds of golf. There's 254 rounds on the par 3 course in that tournament. Potentially 256 if it goes. If the championship match runs it back.
It flips, yep.
Yeah, which has happened a couple times. Dust, is that correct?
Yeah, it happened to me the last 2 years. I had to win twice.
Yeah, so for everybody watching there, we're giving Dustin a hard time because he has won this event in back-to-back years and 3 times overall?
No, the time before that, I finished second to Brad Huey. I had to beat him twice, beat him once, and then he beat me in the championship. So
you finished first, second, and a third?
I was third the year before that.
Wow.
And Jason Bird has also won this event. This was the event that propelled him.
Jason Bird also back-to-back.
Oh, my goodness. Gosh, we are just...
He did it first. He did it
first. He did it better.
I did it when it was harder to do, Dustin. Now you get this
Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. It was pretty damn hard doing that at 3:30 a.m. I'll tell you, that was pretty fucking hard.
Dustin does have 2 hole-in-ones in this event.
One in the championship match.
Pretty cool. Against Zeke Martinez at 3 in the morning under the lights. Yeah. I thought that was neat.
That was pretty cool. In front of 4 people.
Hey, listen.
Alan McFarland made me go. He beat me in the first round of the championship and then made me go a second round. So I've been there too.
I don't remember that. That was one of them times when I bailed and Casey covered till the middle of the night.
Yeah. That was a late night. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm standing there by the camera, and I'm like, "All right, someone please just win a hole."
Well, that Travis, I think it's important to know.
That's
That's when you used to start on Friday evening. You would have the first matches Friday evening at 6 p.m. and then it would go Saturday as long as it took.
As long as it took. So that's a great point. It started off Friday night, and this San Pedro match play double elimination was kind of themed after Casey's softball tournaments. The all night long softball tournaments was kind of the idea on this. We have the lights there. Let's run through the night. So you're exactly right. The first several years were 6 p.m. on Friday night. We played 2 matches and then came back Saturday morning. But as the field grew, we needed 2 full days. So now it starts at 7 a.m. Championship flight will tee off at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. And the last match, we'll just keep going around. Dustin's right. We'll just keep going around and around and around as much as we can. And the last match will tee off at 10 p.m. on Saturday. And then we'll turn right back around for Sunday morning the next day.
Yep.
And it's still
you finish
goes,
at a much more reasonable time.
it still goes to 9, 10 p.m.
I mean, it was still in the evening. I mean, but it was, it's not past midnight. You're not going to be there past midnight.
Well,
and no one gets eliminated like after only playing for 2 hours. Everyone gets to hang out on Saturday
and then
bullshit with everybody.
And
they can hit their bucket of balls if they haven't yet. They
Right.
get to eat their lunch. Now we have a breakfast this year. So I mean, I love that event.
One of the other things I really love about that event is it's one that Casey really gets into it with the video camera at the end.
That's
like
because
really gets into it. So Casey hates the event because he gets knocked out, but then he gets really into it on the Facebook Live. Like, I will never forget on hole number 6 last year, Dustin, it was you and Chris Young. Kyle Young. And it was a chip in and a bomb. I mean, it was such good
25-yard chip in,
such good television.
Putt right after that.
That was a moment right there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then you had a hole-in-one that same day, and then Zeke Martinez had a putt to tie your hole-in-one because it's a net competition still for everybody watching. So yes, we're kind of jumping around.
That's great. Yeah, I make a hole-in-one against Zeke, right? And the hole's not even over yet. I mean, he still has a chance to tie the hole.
We're all celebrating. Hey, Dustin, hold on. He still has 2 shots to beat you. Hold on.
Yeah, and you hit it up there close, and you had a putt, right? I mean,
he had a putt.
Good stuff.
Oh man, I love that event. I know we're jumping around a little bit, and we'll get back to Monster Day here, but
I love the dumb games we play on the patio. Well, it's just
bounce and throwing the golf ball.
I don't want to call it the doldrums, but we do some dumb shit while we're just waiting for matches to come around. Like playing the stupid game where we're trying to bounce the ball on the table.
And as you wind down, I wish I put the championship bracket. The first bracket is on the website. I didn't put the consolation bracket up there. I will after the show, just to show you all how many rounds of golf it really looks. I mean, it looks crazy. Yeah. And at the end, Sunday afternoon for the guys up top in the championship bracket, it's managing the waiting game.
That's right.
Sometimes you're waiting a full match. Sometimes it's 2 matches until you get your next opponent. So it's managing the waiting game, and that's where Jason comes in, and it's like, okay, what can we bounce a ball off of the wall and the concrete and make it in the little umbrella hole in the tabletop? I mean, that's what it turns into.
And then it's like must land once on the table, then go in the hole. You can't go straight in. It has to hit the table once.
And then Casey and I start making up rules to continue to beat Jason. I mean, that's just what happens.
That is exactly. And then you got to manage whether you want to keep going. So like, if you're in the winner's bracket, it's like, oh yeah, you can keep going and then have like a 6-hour break, or you can leave for 3 hours and then play 2 matches and have like a 2-hour break. It's just, how do you want to do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. And I mean, let's be honest. who is going to have a tour event at San Pedro? Just us. Just the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. Just us. That's truly why I love San Pedro. That's truly why I love Monster Day, because they're outliers just a little bit, and they're fun and they're a little silly and they command big points. Like there's 100 points on the line for Monster Day, and there's 300 points on the line for San Pedro match play. And
I think San Pedro is great because it's actual match play. There's no tricked up hole locations. We're not teeing off from a bunker or the rough. Like, you're playing real match play. It's a real golf course, and you got to hit real shots. Some of those holes are 200 yards, and people scoff at it, but I mean, it's not like you're going around hitting 40-yard pitches at Butler Park or something like that. There's some real big holes at San Pedro.
I agree, and I love it. In the consolation bracket, the flights flip. So the championship bracket, 64 seed bracket, just like everybody's familiar with March Madness, right? 64 teams. Each 16 person bracket is a flight in the San Pedro match play. So it's championship flight and first flight, second flight and third flight. And when you lose your first round and go down into the consolation bracket, those flights crisscross. And all of a sudden you've got champ flighters playing third flighters on match play net on the par 3 course at San Pedro. And that shit just don't happen anywhere. And it's just fun. And I just think it's so neat.
Is Morgan Graff going to win this year, or Greg Graff? I mean, I think they're at San Pedro more than anybody.
Morgan Graff hits more golf balls than 50% of the tour.
I think she's got stock there at San Pedro.
Got stock? She owns part of it?
Mm-hmm.
We should buy a golf course.
No, I'm just messing around because
We should buy a golf course.
I saw that Silverhorn was for sale today. Let's go buy Silverhorn, guys.
Silverhorn's for sale, and Sonterra is for sale.
Yeah.
Try to win that Texas Mega Millions first.
Let's go buy a golf course, guys.
Listen, I want
let's just
all
all
three
chip in.
I want all three of you on screen right now to know that if I win the Mega Millions tonight, y'all are gonna get those manila envelopes delivered to you tomorrow that we joke about. That when you open them, it just says follow the directions, and just it's this line of bullshit.
And then we buy Silverhorn.
No, probably not. I mean, listen, we could buy Silverhorn and build multifamily housing. Listen, that's fine with me. I don't like Silverhorn. I think the back nine is hokey. The front nine's fine. Silverhorn's a good golf course. They have good winter conditions usually, but I personally don't like the back nine at Silverhorn. When fairways are 5 paces wide, that's difficult for me. You know?
We can fix it. We gotta just buy it, then we fix it.
Oh my gosh! If we win Mega Millions, can we buy Silverhorn and bring David McClay Kidd down and have him renovate Silverhorn into Mammoth Dunes?
Yeah, we do whatever. Yeah, we'll take number 10, and instead of being 10 yards wide, we'll make it 15.
100.
100 goes into 14 and 13 or whatever.
I was telling somebody that the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was complaining a little bit about resort golf courses and the trend in green fees that we've seen the last couple years with the big name golf courses like Pebble Beach and Whistling Straits and Shadow Creek really, really getting expensive. And it's fine, awesome, and they sell out all the time, and it's cool, and do whatever you need to do. That's awesome. But I'll tell you what, I don't want to pay $500 for a green fee and lose golf balls. That is why I like David McClay Kidd and Mammoth Dunes and Gamble Sands and Streamsong Black and fairways that are 80 yards wide. I mean, listen, if you hit an errant shot, you could still go find your ball. And I like that. And you can't do that at
number
Silverhorn.
13, Sand Valley.
I apologize, Dustin and Casey. I'm so sorry.
Yep. That's exactly it's the poster child for what you're saying. Anyway,
I'm so sorry. I apologize. That was the hole. We were on vacation a couple years ago, and Jason hit a terrible tee shot.
Awful.
It was
Just
awful.
terrible.
It was 80 yards left.
Bad.
It was 80 yards left on Sand Valley, the back nine at Sand Valley in northern Wisconsin.
Par 5.
And it was still par 5. You're exactly right, Dustin.
Raining.
And Dustin and I hit it where our caddy told us to, and we were in the right rough. I remember I was in the right rough. And Jason Bird hit a tee shot 100 yards left, and he was still in the fairway. And
The caddy said it too, and you said no chance.
And then he yells across the fairway, which is full 9-iron away from me. He's like, listen, I'm going for it. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought you were dead. And then he hits some bullshit 2-iron on the green and almost makes his 50-foot eagle putt. And then his caddy says, man, the only other guy who I've seen hit long irons like you is Tiger Woods.
Well,
oh my God.
Ruined our day.
Wasn't even my caddy either. Wasn't even my caddy.
Yes, he was caddying for me and Dustin.
He was your and Dustin's caddy, yeah. Jockey.
Terrible. And then that guy caddied for MD 2 years later when we were there this past year. Same caddy.
Yeah,
that's where I was.
2 years later, and after countless therapy sessions, and he brings it up again.
He did. That was my favorite round of golf ever. Was this year's round of golf at Mammoth Dunes. Jason wasn't there. He was at Aaron Hills that day. It was me, Casey, Dustin Hassan, and MD, Mike Dermanuelian. We had 19 birdies between the four of us. Casey was the high ball at even par.
Yeah.
Dustin was 7 under for a minute.
I shot 2 under for the day. I rattled off 4 birdies in a row to end the day. 4 out of 5. I missed an 8-footer on 18 for 5 birdies in a row.
Hey, I missed an 8-footer on 18 for eagle, and then
I think you 3-putted it.
Birdie.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I was mad at that moment because somebody told me the wrong score. I don't remember, but I think I was pretty pouty.
Yeah, you were hot going down 18, bro.
I mean, I thought I was there, but I wasn't. You know, I mean, like, oh my God.
Here you go, Trav. Apparently, it's impossible to miss fairways at Paynes Valley.
There we go. That is the information, Bob North, that we want to hear. I hate losing balls on vacation. It's just not fun.
Not a good
like
feeling.
if I'm going to go to Shadow Creek and drop a gur, I do not want to lose a golf ball. Not one time.
Oh, you'll lose a golf ball at Shadow Creek for sure.
Right, you will. And you'll lose a golf ball at Pebble Beach, and you'll lose a golf ball at Whistling Straits, and you're going to lose a golf ball.
Well, you might not lose one at Pebble Beach.
And you're going to lose one at Kiowa Island.
Oh, for sure.
Right? But you're not.
Have you seen my slice?
But you're not going to lose one at Mammoth Dunes, and you're not going
to
lose
one at Torrey Pines.
You know what? And that was a feat because the rough was insane that day. I played awesome and shot 80 without losing a golf ball, without a penalty stroke. I played awesome and shot 80. That was 1 year and 6 days ago, in case anybody was wondering.
I was. I want to go back.
Perfect.
I mean, Torrey Pines was awesome.
I loved being at Torrey Pines. I am a municipal golf pro, and I love municipal golf courses that host major championships. I think that is so cool when you are a public golfer like we cater to on tour and the Alamo City Golf Trail does every day. And you can get up in San Diego and go play Torrey Pines whenever you want. I think that is so phenomenal. I love Torrey Pines. I love $50. Yes, I love Torrey Pines. I love the South course. It was so tough that the North course was more enjoyable because the South course was so tough.
But I thought the views were better and the holes were just a little bit more interesting on the North course. The South course is just really long, narrow, straight holes. You miss the fairway by 5 feet, you're not finding your ball.
Yes. Yes, and the North Course is a lot more up, down by the coast, a lot more elevation changes. But that is a really cool facility, Torrey Pines. If you're in San Diego, that is a direct flight. That is a direct flight from Austin and San Antonio. If you get a weekend to jump out to San Diego, we stayed at the Torrey Pines Hilton. So we stayed on number 9. We were on number 9. Jason, is that correct?
No, I think you guys were on 18.
And we were right there. The food and beverage at the hotel at the clubhouse is awesome. And it's just a world-class facility that's open to the public all the time. I just think that's so cool.
So, should we get to Monster Day results here?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's normally where we're off on a tangent.
Love it.
Get back to MD, but MD's not here, and it's difficult to.
I mean, I'll go on a tangent all day. I don't want to do no tasks or anything. Let's just talk all day.
Well, I think we should recap Monster Day. The website is updated. stxamtour.golf is the website. It's scrolling across the bottom of your screen right there. Monster Day results and winners' pictures are updated on the Facebook page and the website with a link to the full leaderboards on the Golf Genius apps there as well. 134 golfers, 136 if you count our celebrity professional team, which got business done.
I'll say.
Jay Bird, do we have a picture of those guys that we can pop up?
Which guys are we talking about?
We're talking about Trevor Bailey and Jimmy Keener volunteering their time to come out and play in Monster Day.
No, those guys.
They actually played alongside Casey and Casey. Trevor Bailey on the left there, Jimmy Keener on the right, both professional golfers now. Jimmy Keener has status on the Challenge Tour, and Trevor Bailey just turned professional this past November. I love those guys. They're so cool. They came out, and not only did they play well, the cool part about having those guys out there playing as the professional team, I thought, is that they both played on tour with us as amateurs. So, they played on the ACGT tour at the time. Jimmy used to play with his dad, Jim Keener, before he turned professional. And I believe Jimmy still works at San Pedro a couple shifts. And Trevor Bailey just turned professional following his play in the South Texas Match Play Challenge on the ACGT Tour team last year. So I just think it's so cool that, now they're grinding it out as professional golfers. They're trying to get status, Monday qualifiers, all of that good stuff. And they played on tour as amateurs. So that stepping stone, I just think that's such a cool story. I really do. I love it. And they came out and they hung out with second flighters and third flighters and those are the best people to hang out with. And let's be honest, last week on the podcast, we gave Clint, the general manager of Mission Del Lago, Clint Bach, the general manager of Mission Del Lago, sorry, crossing Northern Hills and Mission there. We gave Clint a ton of crap on the podcast last week because he predicted the winning score was going to be 62. Somebody would shoot a 62. And we were all like, no way. Absolutely not going to happen. Jimmy Keener and Trevor Bailey ripped off 10 under on that golf course. And nobody beat
them. I think they started with a bogey.
That's with a bogey. They bogeyed number one.
They started with a bogey. Yeah.
Yep. They bogeyed number one. And that is 62 with a bogey. Bogeyed number one. I'm pulling up their scorecard right now. Birdie on number 2. Birdied on 7, 8, and 9. Eagle on 11. And then check out this train. Birdie 13, birdie 14, birdie 15, birdie 16, birdie 18. 62.
Pretty damn good stretch.
Wow.
And on the
13
back
through
nine,
18.
the back nine, their putting distance. I was in that group. Their back nine, their putting distance was infinity. I'll just say that.
Infinity?
Yeah.
Infinity?
I think they one putted every green just about.
I saw they went on a tear because they were just sitting at 3 and 4, and people were around them. And then like I looked at it again and I saw them at 9. I was like, where'd that come from?
Every hole they kept making it. And Carnes and I are looking at each other like, yeah, we ain't gonna catch them.
There was the bonus points in Monster Day was available for beating the celebrity professional team.
Yep.
15 points for beating them gross, 10 points for beating them net, and there was only one team that beat them net. The third flight gross winners beat the celebrity pro team net. That's it. And we'll let Casey talk about that when we recap the flights. But I thought that was really cool. And then all of a sudden, and Jay Bird, you're right. They were at 3 under, 4 under, kind of hovering. And when they walked in, they're like, yeah, we shot 62. I'm like, son of a bitch, Clint's never going to let me forget this because he got the winning score right. You know?
I mean,
to be fair, I was not thinking of the pro team when I was having that argument with Clint.
That's the lowest I think pro team's ever shot. Also, the
Have we
nicest weather.
Yeah.
Have we ever had like 2 playing professionals on a team before?
Playing.
Well, easy. What's the key definition there? You said playing professional?
I said playing professional.
No. We've never had 2 playing professionals play together. We've had 2 PGA professionals play together.
Yes.
Twice. I think that happened twice.
I know David Ogren played once.
David Ogren
Former playing professional.
is a former playing professional. He played with PGA professional Greg Hiller.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year after that, PGA professional Greg Hiller played with South Texas PGA sales rep of the year, Ian Parnaby. Mm-hmm. That year is the celebrity team. The first 2 years, PGA professional Greg Hiller played alongside PGA professional Travis Salkowski. The first 2 years. The first year, I don't think anybody beat Greg and I. I think it was so nasty out. I think we tied a couple people at 70 or 71, but I think that was the highlight of my playing in Monster Day with you guys. I think that was it. But I forgot David Ogren played with Greg that year.
Well,
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get a pro team sometimes, you know. They're usually fairly busy, so pretty thankful that Trevor and Jimmy were able to come out and give us their time. So we on to the stats for Monster Day. Travis, we lose them?
I don't know if he wants to go through flight winners. We got flight winner picks.
Yeah, we do. Dustin, you want to pull up your leaderboard? Can you do that on your phone?
Yeah, I got my stuff. I got all
Birdman. I think Birdman's got pictures of everybody. Yeah. I believe.
I think I do. I don't know. Can answer some viewer comments. Let's see, what do we got here?
Yeah, I'll roll through it. And as I say names, Bird, you can kind of toss up the picks if you got them, huh?
Sorry about that. I'm back, guys. What did I miss?
Yeah, no,
we're about to roll off winners.
Roll off the.
I love on the clock with Jason Sandoval. We are rolling through flight winners on Monster Day. Dustin, this is Dustin's segment of the Power Hour podcast, recapping flights and leaderboards and winners and all of that good stuff. And then we'll get to, we're going to let everybody know the top 10 in point standings. And then the point standings will be updated online later this week. We'll get everything updated there. So the full point standings from Monster Day T1 all the way to the bottom there, 134 will be up on the website shortly. So I'll defer to you guys. Take it away. Let's rock and roll, recapping the first event ever with the Armadillo as the mascot. South Texas Amateur Golf Tour Monster Day 23.
Yep. So you kind of mentioned the pro score, right? 10 under. They set the bar pretty damn high for everybody, Jimmy and Trevor. So pretty darn good there. Hell of a scorecard, especially considering you start out with a bogey on one, and then really just kind of light it up from there. So
they looked at each other after number one, and they're like, "What? Really? Okay." And then that's it.
That was it. That's all it took was that look.
They're feeling each other out on that first hole, but they figured it out.
Champ Flight, we'll look at our gross winners. One of them on the board there, Casey the Viking Graham, along with Casey Carnes. Minus 666. Hell of a score there in those conditions.
666.
And I did help.
4-shot victory over second place. So, I mean, it really wasn't close. 4-shot lead over second place gross.
Casey Carnes sent me a text message the next day with a link to DJ Khaled. All I do is win.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, they did. And
first place in the
score,
pass department.
They were
good way to start off the year.
Yep, for sure. 100%. You can't win all of them if you don't win the first one.
That's right.
That is correct.
And then on the net side -6, Caleb Whiteley and Jolly Shackelford. So pretty damn good scoring there. 2-shot victory there on the net side for Caleb and Jolly. So minus 666 gets it done on the net side of Champ Flight.
And those guys, those were paired together by Jason Bird. Those were single golfers who emailed in to info@stxamtour.golf, and Jason Bird got them paired together, and they come away with the net victory cookie in Champ Flight. Always email. Always.
Pretty good. Moving right along to first flight. First flight gross. First place, Chris Espinoza, Jeremy Semlinger, -4. 68. There they are in the matching outfits.
Look at them
You
cookies.
see them there. They like to coordinate. The cookies look phenomenal, by the way.
I thought the cookies were really, really cool.
Yeah.
Do we have a close-up photo of the cookies that we can show after we're done with Jeremy and there? Oh my gosh, look at those. They are shout out to our victory cookie sponsor, Laura Lewis and the Cake Place and More. Find her on Facebook, The Cake Place and More. Her stuff is on point. Those are cookies, guys. Not only are they artwork, but they are fabulous. Dustin still keeps them hanging on his wall as trophies. I thought they were really, really cool. I
wish I could show
really
you.
nice.
Man, I may have eaten it. Sorry.
They go down quick. They're good. And then on the net side, another -6, 66. Josh Atkinson, Trace Davis. Hell of a score there. Trace, South Texas Match Play Challenge qualifier from just this past year, rocking the shirt there. So getting it done there on the net side.
That's right. Keeping up. He's playing good. He's practicing hard. He's taking he's improving his course management. Trace Davis is going to be somebody who we're going to talk a lot about as this season progresses. I think he's going to be in the running for the top 3 in the spring season, that automatic pick.
Already.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
I want to say something so bad right now. Oh my God.
Go ahead. What you want?
No, I can't say it's not appropriate.
Okay, well then let it go. Just text it away.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, well.
All right, moving right along to second flight gross. Even par gets it done in second flight. The tandem of Jeremy and Jason Jaramillo, hell of a job there. Even par, 72
nice name there.
Gets it done on second flight gross. They get it done by 4 shots over Roger Kafke and Baldo. So
that's a lot of
pretty
J's.
good playing there.
Jeremy Jaramillo and Jason Jaramillo. Congratulations, guys. Monster cookies.
Congrats. And then on the net side, he made a comment earlier that it played too easy, getting it done at -4 on the net side. Scott Williams and Steve Roberts. Scott there on the right, said it played too easy.
And they won by 2. They had a 2-stroke lead, and they bogeyed the first hole as well.
So
Not their first hole, but hole number 1. They bogeyed hole number 1 as well. Congratulations to Steve Robert and Scotty Williams. Rocking the Whistling Straits gear. I love that. Looks good.
Yep. Moving on to third flight. Third flight gross. Lighten it up at -5. Takuya Kawamura and Toshiki Kawasaki. -5, 67. Running away with it in third flight gross. Hell of a play in there, guys.
And they were the only two. They were the only 2 guys to get the bonus points for beating the professional team.
Nope, that is not correct.
On the net side.
What?
Nets?
What?
Is that correct, Casey?
Yes.
Okay, I just making sure. That's correct.
Their net score beat the
There you
pros.
Their net score beat the pros on the net side.
They get 10-point bonus on top of wherever they finished.
Takuya Kawamura and Toshiki Kawasaki. Slow down and pronounce. Man, 11. Congratulations, guys. That's a good score.
Hell of a score.
And if I remember right, I think somebody immediately was talking to them about the 666 and showing them on the phone on how to get registered. So hopefully they got in before it filled up. I think there were still spots open the day of.
Yep, I think they did. I'm pretty sure I did. I talked to him about we were taking pictures at the end.
So there you go.
So
that's awesome.
And then on the net side, Jeff Young and Joe Workman -5. Agent Zero there.
Whoa, there's a ghost in this photo.
He's missing Jeff Young there, but you can kind of picture Jeff there on the other side.
If we would have had more time there, we would have crudely photoshopped Jeff in.
We would have photoshopped him in.
But yeah, Joe Workman and Jeff Young. What a cool third flight pairing. Third flight team there. I think they did great. They 3 strokes over Bradley Gilbert and Brian Perlberg to take home the net victory cookies there. Really good team. Kind of brought Jeff Young out of retirement a little bit there on tour.
Yeah, that's true.
Love left-handed golfers. I mean, that was great.
I play well.
Jeff hits it a mile too.
Worst.
And moving on to fourth flight. Fourth flight gross. A one shot victory. One shot victory. A little closer in fourth flight. The team of Matt and Zeke Silva getting it done by 1 in fourth flight gross. There they are there. Yep. Played well. One shot victory gross there. So good job there, Silvas.
Little father-son action is the theme here in fourth flight, huh?
Correct. That's correct. And then on the net side, -4, the team of Roy and Roy Medina. Roy and Roy. It's a
yeah,
that's right. That's right. So getting it done in fourth flight. They shoot a -4 on the net side to take home that victory cookie there. The first cookies of the Victory Mafia Tour for 2023. The Cookie Mafia Tour.
The Cookie Mafia. I love that. Let's keep that going. The Cookie Mafia.
Yeah.
That was Jolly. That was the picture of Jolly Shackelford there. That's Champ Flight Net.
There he is. Yep, that's
Caleb.
Yeah, okay, Caleb. I found it.
Yep, Caleb.
Yep.
Caleb didn't hang out, but Jolly stayed and got his gift card and woo! And his victory cookie there. Part of the Cookie Mafia. Let's start that hashtag. I love that. That's great. But man, Monster Day. Monster Day's Monster Day. The only scramble, the only 18-hole straight scramble on the tour schedule. One of the only shotguns on the tour schedule. And man, was it a blast. It was awesome.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Bird, back to you, bud.
Oh, yeah? We wrap this sucker up and go to bed?
I think we're wrapping up Monster Day. I mean, what else do we have to talk about? I noticed that in the absence of MD, Mike Dermanuelian, we did not get any pre-show warm-ups or scripts sent to us or anything like that. So we're at the mercy of you.
What do we need scripts for? All right. We talked about this earlier, and I know the answer to this now unequivocally. I'm not trying to parse data and talk at the same time. What do you think for the full field was the hardest hole at Monster Day.
That's
Highest
perfect. Here we
stroke
are.
average.
Jason
Hardest
Bird's
hole, full field.
Stat Central segment of the Tour Power Hour. It is January the 10th, Tuesday night, 9:31. We've been live for an hour. Here we are, Jason Bird. What's the question again? I'm sorry. Forgot.
Which had the highest stroke average to par at Monster Day?
The hardest hole in relationship to par at Monster Day had to have been hole number 4. I'm going with 4. Casey says 1. Dustin's going to say 6. It's 1, 4, or 6.
Yeah,
I mean, Scott Williams.
Scott
Scott
Williams.
Williams thinks it's number 7.
It is definitely not 7.
I birdied number 7.
It's definitely not 7.
Ooh.
Hold on, let's keep going. Dennis Danowski.
Danowski says 6.
I believe it is 1, 4, or 6. It is in that trifecta. Bob North thinks 6. Greg Graff says 1.
Well, I can tell you that this particular
Odd or
hole,
even.
this particular hole in a scramble format was the only hole to play a full stroke over its par.
Oh,
Whoa.
a full stroke over par for the field?
A full stroke?
For the full field.
Okay.
Now I said this to Chris Dingman and Ian Parnaby on hole number 4. I said, man, if you make a bogey on hole number 4, that might be gaining a stroke on the field. So I'm going to stand by my comment. I'm going to say number 4.
No.
Uphill into the wind with that whole location. I'm going.
I don't think so. I think
Bogey on number 4 would be losing 0.28 strokes to the field.
I think
No,
number
it's not
4.
number 4. Thanks a lot,
So
Jason.
that's
Bird.
what-
Not
yeah,
number 4.
It
It
can't
is
be
not
number 4
number
because
4.
I think because of the wind, it keeps people short. So it keeps people from going above that hole location, unless you're Casey Carnes or Casey Graham, and then we're 40 feet past it.
It's good course management.
Yeah. I think a hole that might be downwind. But
I'm going to change. I'm going
like
to change.
number 10.
I'm going to change my my guess, I guess, seeing as we know it's not hole number 4. Jason Bird, can we get front 9 or back 9?
It is on the front 9, which on the full field, the front 9 played 1.9 strokes harder than the back 9.
That is. I'll provide my intel on that in just a second. I'll circle back to that one. Okay, so it's not hole number 4. We know it's not hole number 8.
Greg Graff is he's really onto something there with number 1. It did play pretty hard, but I mean, if you made a bogey on number 1, you would lose 0.35 strokes to the field.
So number 4 played harder than number 1.
Wow.
So
that is correct.
It's got to be number 6. Casey's got to be right. It's got to be number 6 because it's not number 7. It's not number 8. It's not number 9. It's not number 2. It is 3 or 6.
Well, number 3 only had 2 birdies on it all day in the entire field. So how many teams is that? 68 teams, only 2 birdies on it.
So it's he's talking about hole number 3. It's got to be hole number 6. Congratulations, Casey. You were right.
I didn't pick that.
What did you pick?
I picked 1.
Oh, Dustin, did you pick 6?
Yes.
Dustin, congratulations on your 6th hole pick. Jason Bird, can you confirm it's hole number 6?
It is number 6. There were 30 bogeys, 18 double bogeys, and 1 other on number 6.
30, 48, that's 49.
More than half the field bogeyed it.
Yeah, wow. That's 49 of 67 teams.
I mean, I'm happy to be part of the majority, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I got one for you. Which non-par 5 had the most birdies?
Which non-par 5 had the most birdies at Monster Day this past Sunday? Which non-par 5 had the most birdies? So let's rule
This
out.
is ironically the only, for the full field, this only played .06 over par and had the most birdies of any of the non-par fives.
Man,
I'm thinking my internet's fine. I'm thinking it through. Everybody watching still at 9:36 p.m. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments here. Monster Day at Mission, 2-person scramble. What non-par 5 had the most birdies?
I'm gonna say
We got two. We got a 14.
I'm gonna say
We got a 17. Another 17. Oh, David Falconer says 11.
That's a par
Which, of course,
5.
is a par
out there.
5.
Which non-par 5 had the most birdies? I was gonna say number 5 too.
Oh,
I was gonna say number 5.
Copycatter.
4 birdies on number 5.
Wow.
How many birdies does this hole have?
14.
Oh,
God.
oh, good Lord.
I have to agree with whoever started with 17. I mean, both of our groups birdied it, so I'm just have to.
Yep, 17 was definitely one of the more vanilla hole locations. Tough to get to on that right side, but pretty flat once you got there. Is it 17, Jason? Can we just rule that out? Is Casey right?
No, I'm not.
I will tell you on 17 there were 38 pars, 14 bogeys, and 14 birdies on number 17.
So it's number 17, eh? Very good.
It is 17, yes.
Chris Espinosa, Morgan Graff, Dennis Danowski all got 17 right. Very good.
Number 17 at Monster Day played easier than it did at the last Mission Del Lago stroke play. The only hole where that is true.
Wow.
Oh, man, that is a fun fact. Well, I'm sorry that Scott Williams thought it was too easy. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll do better next time, I guess.
Yeah, just do better, I guess.
Play
Yeah,
better.
there might be holes.
The most
there might be
birdies
holes off the green.
overall. The most birdies overall was number 11. It had 30 birdies.
Yeah, downwind, downhill. That whole
Hard
location,
to protect that one.
Yeah, that whole location was middle right, but I don't think the ball rolled away. I think it stayed there.
We had one eagle on 9 to answer Chris Espinosa's question.
And it was Chris.
Oh.
That's why he's asking.
I didn't know that.
Is that Chris made Chris Espinosa makes eagle and then passive aggressively asks if anybody made eagle?
There were 4 eagles total. I guess one was Chris Espinosa on number 9.
The other 3 on number 11?
2 on number 11 and 1 on number 2.
Oh.
Holy, number 2?
Wow, that's good. Who was the eagle on number 2?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember looking at their name. Crap.
Someone with a name, I'm sure.
I believe
someone over there.
I believe it was First Flight. First
Flight, great.
I'll find it. I remember looking at it live, but
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Bird, do you have a total on Northern Hills?
Yep, there we go. It's Bob North. He's watching. He commented, verified on the Golf Genius.
Oh, there you go.
Bob North and John Everhardist dropping bombs on hole number 2 for Eggles. So
I was right. First Flight.
Yeah, it was First Flight. You were right. I would have got there eventually. So that is 67.
I'm always looking at leaderboard across everywhere the entire time. And I saw that. I saw, whoa, eagle on 2. That's strong.
Super.
That is okay. So that checks out 4 eagles. 4 eagles in the field of 67 teams checks out to 0.0003% probability of making an eagle. Congratulations, Bob North, Chris Espinosa. One of the eagles was Jimmy and Trevor. They really don't count, though, right?
Yeah, fuck them.
No, they don't count.
Who was the other eagle on 11 then?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
I think it's ironic though if you I don't know if it's ironic, but I think it's fun to filter it, right? So if you go by Champ Flight played number 6, 0.6 strokes better than the field, and it was only their third hardest hole, not even their first or second hardest hole. But the rest of the field struggled so much that it brought it down for the whole field average.
What was Championship Flight's most difficult hole?
Number 4.
Interesting. Followed by 1 and then 6.
No, it is followed by number 13.
Interesting. Fantastic. That what I thought was going to be one of the easiest, most helpful hole locations turned out to be one of the most challenging.
And the easiest hole for Champ Flight differed from the field too. It was number 18, while number 11 was the easiest for the field. It was not 18. I meant to say 2. I was looking at the rank number.
I understand. I was a bit like 18. Damn, good job, Champ Flight.
No, number 2.
Yeah, Carnes missed a easy birdie putt on 18 right after I missed it.
Yeah, you had the same one.
Guys, we do have an update. This is live in real time. I want everybody to know that there are only 54 spots remaining for the San Pedro Match Play event.
Holy crap.
There are only 54 spots remaining for the San Pedro Match Play event.
What is that, 18% sold out?
That is
maybe 15%?
15. Yeah, 15. Let's round up to 16. That's 16% in the first hour, guys. That is going to go.
I just sent 3 emails to people telling them to go sign up online. So,
there are only 54 spots left available for that. But before we get to the San Pedro Match Play, we have a sold out 666, that is best ball, scramble, and alternate shot partner event at Olmos Basin coming up on the 22nd of January. Everybody watching can hope to expect a first notice to players this coming Sunday, 1 week in advance. I think that is so awesome. Thank you so much, golfing public of San Antonio. The faster these events sell out, the quicker the tour committees and the tour staff can get you guys flights and pairings and tee times and starting holes and tee boxes to play your practice rounds. We did a little survey of some golfers at Mission Del Lago, and it turns out that 78% of the field played practice rounds at Mission Del Lago leading up to the tour event. And of that 78% of the field, 50% of the 78% played more than one practice round. So get signed up, get those practice rounds in. Every point matters. We say it all the time. That's the first time I've said it in 2023. Can we get a counter on that? Do we have some voice analytics? Somebody talk to Greg Keogh. Yeah. Greg Keogh, can we get some voice analytics on how many times we say every point matters? Every putt equals every stroke equals points in the final standings over the course of the year. That all adds up. And Casey said it awesome in the very beginning of this show. It was, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Monster Day. Yay. Shut up now. It's a golf tournament.
Yeah.
Right?
There was a lot of handshakes, a lot of how you doing, welcome back. And then once that first tee up, it was like
fist pumping pars on number 1, baby. I love it.
I did fist bump a par. I did. I tried to get the juices going. It was cold that early start, and then it kind of warmed up.
It was windy. It was windy in the morning. It was brisk and chilly, but I mean, I was flying high. I mean, it was so cool. I love using every cart in the cart barn. I think that's awesome. I had to marshal on a gator on a maintenance vehicle.
That sounds fun. I love gators.
I love gators too. They're super fast. So yeah, Monster Day's in the books. Congratulations to all the flight winners. Jason Bird, your stats segment tonight was awesome. Super fun. Dustin did an amazing job recapping the flights. Thank you, Casey, for taking all those pictures and doing all the scoreboards at Monster Day. They looked beautiful. Here's a question for Casey, and I know one that he cares about so much. Any mistakes on those scoreboards, or were they clean? One. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. That was a legitimate question. I didn't know.
Fine. I think the 6 people that saw forgot, but now they remember, so that's great. I'll just go to bed a little bit later tonight.
I'm so sorry. They look so beautiful. When you have that many scoreboards up for everybody to see, we used to joke around for years that rule number 1 of the tour was don't talk while someone's writing on the scoreboard, right?
Look, you think it's a joke, but there's a lot of people that stand by that. Like, I'll be writing a number, and then I'll turn around like this and be like, "Hey, Case," and they might have stood there for 15 seconds waiting for me to be done.
Yeah, I mean, we used to say that a lot. Like, hey, don't talk to me while I'm writing on the board. I remember there were a couple events. I think Greg Graff is watching right now. Maybe we were at Cedar, and it was a 2-day event, and there was tons of math going on. And I think Greg Graff was like the scoreboard bouncer. Like, I was up there, and he was facing behind me, like, don't talk to Trav. He's doing math.
I can see him doing that.
Yeah. But, well, those scoreboards were beautiful, and those pictures are up on the Facebook page as well. We never want to get away from paper scoreboards. There's something about color coding those Sharpies up there that just is iconic with elite golf tournaments, and they looked beautiful. They look good.
I'd like to, if possible. I mean, with the way that these tournaments are selling out, I mean, I might have a huge lead time to handwrite names for, the majors, and that would be great. I would like to do that this year.
Okay, I love that.
Well, in time, give me a few days. Let's write it out. I would love to do that. So
I think that would be great. I think everybody would love to see that. I think.
That'd be dope.
I think everybody watching, and Jason will back me up on this, in the last 8 years, this is the 9th year that you've played on tour, Casey. Is that right?
Fall of 2016 was when I started.
I thought it was 2014.
Oh, 2014. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought it was 2014. So that's 7, 8, 9. This will be your 9th.
Because I missed the very first year of the South Texas Match Play.
Yeah, this will okay. This will be your 9th season, and maybe the 5th season scoring alongside me, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 2017-ish.
Yeah,
We got Golf Genius, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I would like to compliment the progressiveness of your calligraphy skills. I mean, it has come a long way, and it was so bad, and it is so beautiful now. You did
right and left-handed with right-handed markers.
It's like it was like sometimes. I know he's watching right now, and I know Casey's thinking exactly what I'm going to say about how Chris Dingman used to write on those scoreboards, and how it was just the only person in the world that has worse handwriting than Jason Bird is Chris Dingman.
I don't know about that. I think Bird's is.
You think Bird's is worse than Dingman's?
Only because he's sitting right here in front.
Only because he's on TV with us. But where I'm going with that is, Casey, your calligraphy skills are.
And Bird didn't even flinch. So.
God, all right, we received like 30 emails to the info email tonight. So I'm responding to all of them now, so I don't have to in the morning.
Yeah, Jason's distracted. We are down to 51 available spots.
Not even registered yet.
51 available spots.
I haven't registered either. It's dumb.
I mean, if we just do a 6-hour live podcast, there might not be any spots.
Yeah, let's just sell it out tonight. Let's just stay on. So that's a great point, Casey. I do want to tell everybody that's watching tonight, seeing as we've talked about the South Texas, the San Pedro match play so much tonight. We are going to do a live match play draw on the podcast that week.
Ooh.
So what we did last year, we did a live draw on Facebook Live. We did a live draw, but we are going to do it on the podcast. So it's going to be the largest show that we've ever done. There's going to be so many live viewers, and Casey Graham is going to be front and center on that show. He has an amazing. I don't know if it's an app or if it's a program he made.
No, I got it offline.
Yeah, but it's great. It's a spinny pinwheel, and it eliminates people after they've been picked. And we'll do blind draw for the pairings and the matches on the San Pedro match play live on the podcast the week before. So I have no idea what date that is. That's got to be somewhere around Valentine's Day.
I've got the schedule right here.
It's got to be somewhere around Valentine's
San Pedro is
the 18th
and 19th.
What is that Tuesday beforehand?
The Tuesday beforehand is that minus a few days.
Sure, that's why I said around the 14th.
Oh, it is. It is Valentine's Day.
That is our special Valentine's Day segment. Oh,
all right.
Man.
I guess y'all are going to be my date that night because we're going to be on the podcast.
Valentine's Day match play spectacular. Oh, my goodness.
Oof.
I don't know if Jason Bird can make that one. I don't know if MD will be available as well. But, Casey, I'll be here right alongside you, bud.
Oh, thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. You know,
yeah, stuff to do, right?
I got nothing going on, you know.
Singles Awareness Day.
Thanks.
I see a comment in the. Oh my goodness! Look at that. That's crazy. There's a comment in there from Jolly. Can we get him the link for the Northern Hills event? There we go.
Congratulations on your win, Jolly.
Yeah, net championship flight win victory cookie.
Yep.
I like the victory cookies. I thought the monster trucks were super cool. Jason Bird, circling back to you. It is almost 10 o'clock here on Tuesday night. We've covered Monster Day recap, 666 sold out, Northern Hills Stroke Play Open, San Pedro Match Play Open, and circling back to you, what else do we got tonight? We don't have a points graphic, Casey, but can we talk about the top 10?
I mean, with the exception of the guys that beat the pro team net, they're going to get a 10-point bonus.
So we have 2 guys T1,
Yep.
and then we have 8 guys
T3.
So
we would have had everybody at 100 points, first place gross out of every flight at 100 points. But the third flight gross winners, they beat the pro team net, and they're going to get a 10-point bonus on top of their 100. So they will be T1 at 110 points.
So that's Takuya Kawamura and Toshiki Kawasaki are T1 and T1. And then our other gross winners are T3 all the way down to 10th place. That's our top 10.
Right.
So that gives us Casey Graham and Casey Carnes are T3. And that gives us Espinoza and Semlinger are T3. And second flight winners, Jason and Jeremy Jaramillo, are T3 in the point standings. We talked about third flight. They're T1 already. And then fourth flight, Matt and Zeke Silva are T3. And that rounds out our top 10 in the point standings, which will be available online hopefully shortly within.
Yeah, and if the South Texas, if it all ended right now, we'd have 10 of our 15 players. So
there is not a tiebreak scenario for that. We do not have a tiebreaker scenario.
Come on. Come on, I'm part of that. Come on.
And all of a sudden, nobody plays in the playoffs because there are no spots available.
Expand the team to 24 at that point.
What else? What else do we got? I have. I want to say
we haven't announced the long drive winner. We didn't do it during Monster Day. I think
There's a long drive.
there was a long drive brought to you by Casey the Viking Graham. He got a little trophy.
And it wasn't picked up until after half the people left, so we just decided to not announce it. But I can announce it now. Seth Henry has won the Monster Drive at Monster Day. Seth Henry.
Of course he did.
On number 11, he was 5 paces from going in the pond. 5 paces. That's like 105 yards out. It's incredible.
Did they make eagle?
Probably made par. I don't know.
Nice par.
Nice par, Seth Henry.
What did they make? Look it up.
I'm going right now to look it up right now.
Good par, Seth.
Hole number 11, birdie 4. They
okay.
Oh, hold on one
At
second.
least they made birdie.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the net side. Apologize.
Look, Seth Henry, for as little guy he is, he hits it. I mean, the furthest. I mean, it's incredible. Trevor Bailey hit one that I thought was going to compete, and Trevor Bailey, I think, was 15 to 20 yards behind Seth Henry's mark.
Didn't you tell me that Casey Carnes pounded one and was like 50 behind Seth?
Seth moves the ball, guys. I mean,
He towed it.
is anyone surprised here?
He towed it.
Seth has a great golf swing. Seth Henry has a great golf swing. He is exceptionally efficient.
He's deep.
And his spin rate is in check. You know, that equals hit the ball far. You
Might
know?
have been 1,800 on that one.
Oh, my goodness. That's so good.
He has like an extra gear, though. Like when he really wants to crank on one, he can crank on it.
Yeah.
Whenever I try to do that, the RPMs go
Yes.
through the roof.
Mine too.
Mine 3. Yeah. Well, it looks like we lost Dustin for the evening. Maybe some internet outages in Hondo. Not sure.
That place is so small; they have to share the internet. So
I understand.
Oh.
But yet you cannot find a parking spot at the HEB in Hondo any longer. You know? Man, it's crazy.
They built a parking spot.
Yeah.
Not just
Yeah, they have an HEB. Yes. Yes, they do. Jason Bird, circling back to you if you want to go around the horn, or if you've got other stuff on the list.
I think Jason Bird is also dealing with a Google Fiber outage around his apartment or his house or wherever he's at.
Yeah, but you can't really tell though, right? Because you don't know if he's just.
I mean, if we all just went, and nobody would know if we froze or not.
Yeah, my internet just came back, so it kicked me out temporarily.
I said, Jason, we could circle back to you if you've got anything else to talk about, or if you wanted to lead us around the horn.
Hondo.
What happened, Hondo? DBC Hondo.
I love it.
Nope, I got nothing. I mean, just want to get it out there. We got 2 spots left for the Kohler trip. So if you want to go to Kohler, you need to talk to us now.
Oof.
Yep, Tour Travels 2023 to Destination Kohler, Whistling Straits, and Black Wolf Run. 5 nights, 6 days, awesome golf, amazing food and beverage, awesome customer service. Scott Williams will be there. Greg Graff, Morgan Graff is going. I'm not sure who else is watching that's going. Casey, Jason, myself, Dustin will be there. Jason, I'm sure can rattle off the list. MD will be there.
Greg Keogh.
Greg Keogh going this year. Casey Carnes going this year.
Greg.
Two spots still available. Email us at info@stxamtour.golf for more info. 2 spots available. David Felsing is going.
Garrell.
Mike Sherman.
Yeah,
with his
sure.
son, Micah Carroll.
There's rumor that the De Hoyos and son are going.
Yeah, Tim De Hoyos, Julian De Hoyos are going. It's going to be a great trip.
Yeah,
Roberta is going again this year. She's going to do a great job driving us there. Roberta, for those watching that don't know, is the name of the tour van.
I really hope she makes it there because you're going to be in the van. So, and we need you there. So I hope she makes it there.
Well, listen, Dustin and I drove the tour van last year from San Antonio to Kohler, Wisconsin and back, and she did fabulous. It is a strong field for Kohler. It is, and there's a couple spots there open for you yet, Stephen Evans. But yes, the tour van is great. I believe Sabrina Salkowski is going to come up there with us this year, so she'll be in the tour van as well. Yes. Someone sponsor Steve Evans. How many miles on Roberta's odometer?
A few 100,000.
Broken. We don't even know.
She is.
Is that accurate?
It is 100% accurate. Roberta, the tour van, of which I'm going to order the custom license plates this year. Tour van is available in Texas if anybody wants to get that.
Not anymore. Just got it.
Oh, damn it. But tour van is available. I'd love to get that. But Roberta is a 2005 Toyota Sienna. She fulfills all of the tour logistical and storage needs. And she is going to eclipse during the spring season this year. She will pass 300,000. So she will pass 300,000. Maybe on the trip to Kohler this year, she'll pass 300,000. But I wish Dustin was on the screen right now because driving the tour van, Roberta, from here to Wisconsin last year was a challenge, and it was amazing. It was super fun. She's awesome, but she'll only go like 67 miles an hour, and you can't set the cruise. Like, you can't set the cruise in Missouri because of the hills, right? So, I mean, it's
the struggle.
So, yes, she's amazing. I love Roberta. She's awesome.
I'll be driving myself up there this year.
Lots of participants to Kohler driving this year.
My first class by himself.
Well, I like the way that we do the tour travels Sunday to Friday. So the tour travels golfer gets the weekends on both sides. So if they want to stay home with family, they're traveling Sunday afternoon, coming home Friday night, they have the weekends on both sides. But what a lot of golfers do is Wisconsin is so underrated for its ridiculously good golf courses. So there's 4 top 100 golf courses at Kohler. Erin Hills is 45 minutes away. That's a top 100 golf course, hosted the U.S. Open, won by Brooks Koepka, maybe lookalike Roy Ortiz. I don't know.
Stoles look for sure.
For sure, 100%. Century World underwent a multi-million-dollar renovation.
All-inclusive.
That's all-inclusive, including food and beverage, in the top 100. That's 2 hours away from Kohler. And then you have Mammoth Dunes and Sand Valley, which are 2.5 hours away. Mm-hmm. And they have a new course opening this year and another course opening next year.
They have 2 new courses this year. They have Sedge Valley and Lido's opening this year.
I thought Sedge was 2024.
I think they're both opening this year.
The Lido is supposed to be private, though. Package golfers can play it, but Wisconsin is underrated for golf. I love going there just because that's where I grew up there. I grew up a couple minutes from Kohler. My folks still live in Sheboygan. Kohler, I mean, if we want to call it, the village of Kohler is a suburb of Sheboygan, I guess, or vice versa, based on the media coverage. But the Bull at Pinehurst Farms is back in the top 100. That is 1 minute from Kohler. And then,
yeah, it's right down the road, and you
that
can
was
see you can see Kohler from some of the holes.
And then one of my favorite local country clubs is in Sheboygan, Pine Hills. Pine Hills Country Club in Sheboygan is so fun to play. John Walrich, PGA member there, Ferris State University graduate. I went to Ferris State University because John Walrich went to Ferris State University. It was my first job in the golf business. As a 12-year-old kid riding my bike to the country club to caddy in the summers. That's where it all began for me. And it was a real treat to play there last year and bring you guys there. So I had a ton of fun with that. Is Jason froze again, or is he just...
No, he's froze again.
It's so hard to tell.
No, he
wasn't. He wasn't. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's
hate you.
So good. Oh my goodness, that just happened, everybody. That's got to be the closeout. Casey, do you want to go around the horn first? Do you want to start?
Nope, he moves his finger. He moved. He couldn't get me.
Yours was so good, Nathan Bird.
Oh man! All right, we're
Greg
devolving now.
Greg Graff, you got to remember that was a long time ago when those child labor laws were a little bit more relaxed. There's actually a separate law for caddies back in the day in the Wisconsin rules. Like you could be a caddy, you could have a paper route. Like there was a definition for that, and you could only caddy so many times a week. Blah blah blah. But yeah, as a 12-year-old,
country, Greg, it was country. We could do whatever we want.
Oh, thanks, Case. Thanks for calling it country. I appreciate that.
White trash.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Coming from another country boy.
I do want to switch gears and really show a picture of something special, as long as Jason Bird's got it. Do you have that picture that I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
I shout out our ambassadors so much. Ambassadors for the tour volunteer their time week in and week out, helping organize, facilitate, produce podcasts, social media content, golfer check-in, starting responsibilities, asset control, scoring. The ambassadors do so much, and we really try to shout out the ambassadors: Jason Sandoval, Stephen Evans, Micah Carroll, Greg Graff, Laura Lewis, Sean Vidal, and then the executive team, the podcast crew: Jason Bird, Casey Graham, Dustin Hassan, and Mike Dermanuelian, and now Sabrina as well. Our team of ambassadors. I'm sorry, I'm choking up a little bit. They got me a really cool gift to commemorate the first 10 years of the tour. They gave me this past weekend at Mission Del Lago at 8:00 in the morning, 15 minutes before I started talking on opening at opening announcements. All the ambassadors were there and handed me a card saying, "Here's to 10 more." And that says the ACGT Tour 10th anniversary, 2012 to 2022. And then it says T-Sal on the bottom, Travis Salkowski, that's what everyone calls me. And that is a ginormous belt buckle. And the ambassadors just continue to outdo themselves. So thank you guys so much for what you do. Thank you so much for the most Travis gift I've ever gotten in my entire life. Thank you guys so much for all you do. The guys who are on the screen with me and everybody else watching, for those ambassadors back home, give them a round of applause. Thank you so much, you guys. That was so awesome. I'm gonna hang it on the wall. I'm not gonna wear it. That maybe I'll wear it to the champions dinner
this fall.
Nice.
With the CMA, going to the CMA suit with the cowboy hat. I'll rock that.
Ooh,
I'll rock that belt buckle
that
then.
might be too sexy.
Wow.
Never can be too sexy.
It's crazy. I'm getting the hair. I'm almost to Steven Evans on the hair. I can't cut my hair because Steven won't cut his.
Steven Evans has passed me. I cut mine too short.
I mean, yeah, it's getting too much. It's too long. You guys need to cut your hairs.
Man, I can't get over the belt buckle.
14 inches. I'm not going the last 12. Okay.
Perfect.
Jason Bird, kick it over to you. I am all out of content for this evening. Thank you to our viewers who stuck with us on the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour Power Hour. That is now gone into the second hour.
Yep. We will wrap on that nice emotional note. Get everyone to bed here. Everyone got to go work tomorrow, I hope. So do greatly appreciate everyone's participation, everyone watching, and we'll see you Tuesday, I guess. No tournament this weekend, so we'll see you Tuesday on the podcast. With that, we're out.
Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you coming out.